streamed. The link is on our website, so you could text somebody to go to phhs.smcsc.com and they could find the link. The link will be live at 7:15, and we will start with our top 10, number 37, at 7:30.
But don't you sweat your pretty skin, 'cause it melts away for it sinks in. And you dream about this very night, when the moon runs down the summer sky. Could it be the morning of the spring, when the sea runs dry and start to sing? Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Do you ever feel like going back when nothing seemed to be a drag? You ran until your legs gave way, and you cried and got back up again. And it's real to think that I could fly across a broken bridge in a fading light. Never thought ahead of my 2 feet. Never had a care in the world, you see. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. Have you heard from the sky all about it? Down the river, high tide flows around it. Through the whispers of pines, I hear them sing. The more you love, the more you live. The more you love, the more you live. I finally found some eyes that see me from the inside. Nothing left to hide, not even from myself. I wanna call you mine and feel our worlds collide, and we'll be holding on to the morning dawn, darling. We two together, holding on. Tell me what you want, darling. We two together, you and me. I want to see the sun shine through your very soul, dear. Find your darkest parts and let the light in. looking on the bright side. Never have to hide again. Together never has to end, and we'll be holding on to the morning dawn, darling. We two together, holding on. Tell me what you want, darling. We will be together, you and me, holding on to the morning dawn, darling. We two together.
Okay.
You're gonna have them come to the left and come to me. Okay.
Good evening again. Welcome to tonight's Top 10% Banquet. This is a special event to recognize your child's hard work and those in the world of education that have had a positive impact on them and give thanks to everyone involved. It is a large undertaking to put on this program, and I want to give a special thank you to the Pendleton Tri Kappa, the Pendleton Lions Club, Superior Creations, the high school cafeteria workers, and Joyce Story. Also, Dodds is here tonight helping us with the live stream and the stage since we couldn't squeeze in the auditorium and the cafeteria. Without their support, this night would not be possible. In our audience tonight are senior students who have achieved the lofty goal of being in the top 10% and their honored guests. We will be recognizing both as the evening continues. Other important guests that provide direction to your child's education from the South Madison School Board is President Bill Hutton, Assistant Secretary Angie Brown, Member Chris Boots, and Kay Wolverton. On stage with me tonight, helping me recognize our students, is Superintendent Dr. Mark Hall. Thank you for coming, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening as we go through the top 10%, which is 37 students in the class of 2021. Our first top 10% student is Olivia Link. And as I call your name, when I first say your name, you can come on up. I know it's quite a walk for some of you. You can come up on this side. After you get done saying your letter, then you can get your plaque from Dr. Hall and then come off the stage this way. And for the honored guests, typically you would be up here seated on stage with us and we would shake hands. And so, of course, due to COVID, we will not be shaking hands tonight, so it'll feel a little awkward for you, but we would like for the honored guest, when you're recognized, to come up so that parents can get a picture if they would like to with their child and the honored guest. Okay, Olivia Link is currently ranked number 37 with a GPA of 11.2955. She is the daughter of Tony and Joanne Link. Olivia has been involved with the National Honor Society, the National Beta Club, Student Council, SAD, and varsity cheerleading. She has also played women's golf in her junior year. Olivia plans to attend Indiana University in Bloomington, Luddy School of Technology, and pursue a bachelor's degree in informatics. She plans to also minor in Spanish. Olivia hopes to one day work in the automotive industry in technology and design. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Olivia Link.
Hello. During my sophomore and junior year, I look forward to going to this teacher's class every single day. She always knew how to put a smile on my face and every other student's face and make this class so enjoyable. This wonderful teacher has one of the kindest and sweetest personalities you could ever meet. She is soft-spoken and her pronunciation is spot on. She truly cares about her students, their success, and being able to use what is taught in her class in the future instead of just learning for the test. I plan on achieving a minor in this subject upon entering college. She has truly sparked my interest in a subject that I didn't know I'd be able to excel in. I owe all of my success in this subject to this teacher and her ways of teaching. I truly wish I was able to be in one of her classes this year, but that never stops me from dropping into her classroom and saying hi. I always want to check up on her and make sure she's doing okay. I truly miss seeing her every day, and she has taught me so much. I tend to catch myself saying words in Spanish or trying to figure out how to phrase a sentence in Spanish in my head. She has always made class fun, and one of my favorites were the food days. Before pre-COVID times. The one thing I missed maybe most of all was having a whip every Monday and Friday and learning something new about her or our students in class. Sometimes they would be about what would you take with you on a deserted island? Or what did you want to be as a kid when you grew up? She has touched the lives of so many students, especially me. Thank you for being such an amazing teacher and a wonderful person. I will truly miss you. And I know I didn't use the word teacher 36 times, but I will never forget my favorite teacher, Senora Williamson. Gracias por todas las sonrisas y buenos momentos. Thank you for all the smiles and good times.
Olivia, hang on, she's coming up here. She's coming up here. That's okay. I did not just witness that hug. And we better turn the cameras off in here. Okay, number 36, Ashley Duncan is currently ranked number 36 with a GPA of 11.3125. She is the daughter of Jack and Rachel Duncan. She has been a varsity cheerleader and a member of the National Honor Society and National Beta Club. Ashley plans to study at the University of Indianapolis for nursing, and she hopes to become a nurse practitioner. Ashley Duncan.
Okay, starting out as a freshman in this teacher's class, I was very quiet and I often kept to myself and just did my work. I always enjoyed the class and I knew I wanted to delve deeper into it. I kept taking his classes and little did I know I would fall in love with what I was doing with Photoshop and InDesign. This teacher brought me out of my shell and opened me up to multiple different opportunities. Mr. Williamson brought me up my sophomore year and made me one of his student assistants. He taught me more in depth about Photoshop and InDesign. He let me do my own projects within the curriculum. He could see the interest and the eye I had for the details. Little by little, I learned how to use it and become a pro, as Mr. Williamson would say. As time went, he let me take on jobs with other teachers, staff, and people outside of the school. I would design and print programs for the football games, basketball games, tickets for events, and many other projects. Working with Mr. Williamson has taught me a multitude of life lessons. I now know that things may not always go the way you planned. For example, you just never quite knew what the printer would do that day. He would always have a way of teaching me a life lesson related to what we were working on. I was able to learn skills that I can use outside of school and possibly create a job while in college. Having his classes made me realize how much I loved the entire tech hallway and all of the teachers down it. So Mr. Williamson was always a teacher that I felt truly cared for his students. At the end of my sophomore year, I suffered a severe concussion that took a year to fully recover. Throughout that year, he regularly checked in on me and made sure I was doing okay. As well as throughout COVID, he kept in contact to make sure my family and I were healthy and doing well. It is a quality I hope I can impress upon patients as a nurse. Sorry. I plan to continue learning and work more with Photoshop and InDesign in the future while I study nursing at the University of Indianapolis. So Mr. Williamson, I want to thank you for everything you have taught me, everything you have done for me, and everything you continue to do for me. I know this year was not the easiest, but I am so thankful that you decided to stick it out one more year with me. I would not have made it through all of this without you and your classes. I wish you well, and I hope you enjoy your retirement because you deserve it.
Harrison Stahl is currently ranked 35 with a GPA of 11.3269. He is the son of Todd and Misty Stahl. Harrison has been a member of the choral department in Added Attractions and Now Pendletones, the Emerald Sweet Crew, National Honor Society, the Drama Club, Pendleton Players, and was inducted to the International Thespian Troupe, Arabian Soccer, Steering Committee, and Breakfast Club. Outside of school, he enjoys roller skating, skiing, singing, and dancing. Although Harrison is undecided on what he wants to attend, he knows he would like to earn a BFA in musical theater. He has a number of interests for a future: actor, dancer, choreographer, singer, and/or teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Stahl.
Dear honored guest, first off, I want to say that the thing that sets this person apart from any other teacher I've seen in this building would be the dedication they put into their job. Hours upon hours I have seen spent after school, whether it be planning, scheduling, teaching a student one-on-one, or dedicating time to find the next group of incoming freshmen to guide through high school. This person always seems to find time to appreciate what they do and how they do it. Whether it be for the income or not, even though it seems like they pay more to work this job than what is received in return, they keep their head in the game and give it all they have for their students to grow. It is people like you who bring light to the kids in your classroom. It is people like you who create an environment which to us means a second family. It is people like you who help that one kid discover their strengths, talents, and love for their craft. It is people like you who helped me discover my career in life and discover that the passion for what I am doing is the right direction. You are selfless, caring, creative, dedicated, loving, admirable, and affectionate. You are the second mom to an adopted tribe of 30-some kids. You are my lead model, idol, and I look up to you a lot. I can't wait to be like you when I'm older, and I wanted to thank you for all you do and all you're going to do. Thank you, Mrs. Sprouse.
Matthew Newsbaum is currently ranked number 34 with a GPA of 11.375. He is the son of Amber Harless and Jeremy Newsbaum. Matthew has participated in SAD and soccer. He also enjoys history. He decided to attend Purdue to study chemistry. He wants to become a chemist.
Thank you. I want to thank you for all that you've done for not only me, but for everyone who gets the opportunity to take your classes. In my 2 class years in your classes, I learned so much while also enjoying your jokes and your life stories, and oftentimes they help me understand the lessons and the concepts that much better. I want to thank you for how much you genuinely care for each kid that you have in class, and even those that have moved on from them. You always make sure that every kid has a chance to understand these topics before you move on to the next step. It's almost as if you take care of each kid as if they were your own. And I can say that for many students, that lighthearted environment was enough to look forward to your class each and every day. These last couple years have been tough for everybody. However, for your family, they've been especially hard. I hope that for us kids here, we were able to do enough to support you and your family through your struggles. And we're also ecstatic that you're back into your teaching routine again. As I'm graduating this year, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me, even in these tough times. Thanks to your teaching and your class material, I've decided to attend Purdue University in the School of Chemistry and hope to find successful careers throughout this path. I wanted to thank you for helping me make this important decision, and I'm so thankful to have had you as a teacher, and I hope many more will have the same opportunity. To many more years of doing what you love. Thank you, Mr. Porter.
Trevor Martin. Trevor is currently ranked number 33 with a GPA of 11.3922. He is the son of Brian Martin and Darcy Harrington. Trevor is a member of National Honor Society, National Beta Club, and WING. He plans to attend Ball State University to study telecommunications. Trevor would like to become a sports broadcaster or sports content creator.
I have known my honored guest since I was a sophomore. From the first time we talked to each other at church to the first lunch we had together at Subway that lasted about 2 hours because you talked with me about your journey from high school radio to your broadcasting career at Ball State and where it has led you now. You have always been just one text away if I ever need anything and are always willing to give me advice. We have had so many fun moments together. From long rides in the activity bus, where we had many great adventures, including when you said you knew the best way to get back to the high school without GPS, but we were definitely lost for a few minutes. And the time when you wondered if it would be okay to take the activity bus through the McDonald's drive-through window, or if all of us could just walk up to the window when we realized that the bus was not going to fit. All joking aside, you always looked out for all of us on those trips and never failed to make us laugh and make it an enjoyable trip, regardless of how far away we had to go. I don't think I would be choosing the career path I am in digital sports production and telecommunications and studying where you studied at Ball State, chirp chirp by the way, if it had not been for your support, guidance, and encouragement to do so. You have given me confidence in myself to continue pursuing this path even when there were times when I doubted myself. Your hard work and dedication to produce amazing content with your company, PHHS Creative, has truly opened my eyes to the content I hope to be able to produce someday. Your guidance has been everything to me, and I know I can count on you to be there for me or listen to a tape if I want you to, because that's just the kind of person you are. In case you haven't figured it out yet, this person is Tyler Bradfield. Tyler, I'm so glad that you were a teacher of mine and have continued to be a mentor to me and will be when I head off to Ball State University in the fall. You've also been a great friend to me, which I'm very grateful for as well. So Tyler, thank you for everything you've done for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Luke Bays is currently ranked number 32 with a GPA of 11.413. He is the son of Fred and Diane Bays. Luke participated in football, track, and field and is a member of the National Honor Society. He plans to attend Indiana Wesleyan University, where he will play football and is undecided on what path of study he will choose. He would like to become a strength coach for a college program. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Bays.
I would like to begin by thanking Miss Brown for preparing me for moments like this. When I first realized that I had the opportunity to write about a faculty member that has had the most influence on my life, there was no question of who that person would be. When I think of this person, I think of someone that puts others before herself, always gives her all, and cares for everyone like they're her own. While I would get embarrassed during her counseling sessions, I wouldn't have had it any other way. This person has helped me tremendously in school, but outside of school is where she had made her biggest impact in my life. Seeing the way she carries herself around others truly inspires me to become a better person every day. She has taught me many life lessons, including humility, compassion, and perseverance, and I will carry these traits for me for the rest of my life. I could not thank her enough for everything she has done for me. And without further ado, I would like to honor my role model, my mom, Diane Bass.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Number 31, Catherine Wren, currently ranked number 31 with a GPA of 11.4231. She is the daughter of Joe and Teresa Wren. Catherine has participated in wrestling and soccer programs and is a member of the National Beta Club, National Honor Society, where she's the vice president, and Bus Buddies. Outside of school, she enjoys Taekwondo, Youth Leadership Academy, and working as a caregiver for Home Instead Senior Care. She plans to attend Ball State University, where she will major in nursing. Catherine would like to become a pediatric nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, Catherine Wren.
There we go. I would like to begin by saying thank you to every teacher, staff member, and coach that helped me get to where I am today. However, there is one person who stuck out to me throughout the past 4 years of high school. As we know, these can be some of the most challenging years of your life as you balance sports, school, possibly a job, and also just discovering who you are. On top of this, you may agree that high school especially can be a very trying time for mental health. This specific teacher would notice when I wasn't doing my best and go out of her way to check on me. She was forgiving on the days that I couldn't keep my eyes open and just had to lie down my head. She was welcoming and invited me to go to church with her after we bonded over our faith. She showed time after time that she cared about her students and their well-being. Not only does she tell her students that she cares about them, but she shows it. I was fortunate enough to have a class with this teacher for 3 semesters, but even after this, she made sure to keep in touch with me. Anytime I see her in the hall, she greets me with the biggest hug, and we can't help but to catch up. We recently made it a priority to meet for coffee after school every other week to check in with one another. I have a good feeling that this person has no idea how big of an impact that she has made on me. She has given me hope in times where I thought life couldn't get any worse and shown me love when I thought it didn't exist. I aspire to be like this person when I grow up and to love others the way that she does. So to Senora Williamson, thank you for all that you have done for me and my family. You mean the world to me, and I will hold on to these memories forever. Te amo mucho.
Jaden Donati is currently ranked number 30 with a GPA of 11.5294. He is the son of Deanna Douglas. Jaden participated in baseball and is a member of the National Beta Club. He is undecided on his future path regarding school and career. Jaden cannot be in attendance with us tonight, so I am going to go ahead and read his honored guest letter. I've not read that yet, so hopefully I won't stumble through that. To start this off, I would like to say thanks to all the teachers here today for inspiring me, each and every one of these students, to do our best. Just about 4 years ago, I was finishing up my 8th grade year and preparing myself for the next 4 years I had ahead of me. At this time, I had no clue it was going to go by that fast, nor did I know I was going to finish where I am right now. But I did it, top 10%. Both sophomore and junior year had some things in common, but there was one main similarity within my schedule that I looked forward to each and every day I walked in the building. It might have been a very stressful class at times, but there wasn't a time where I wasn't being engulfed by the information and not enjoying it. I think most of the kids in my class could say the same thing as well. No teacher has ever kept me engaged in the class like the one I'm speaking of today. one of the smartest and funniest teachers I have ever met. He was never scared to express his personality, and I think that's what allows students to connect to a teacher. There was always a joke between my friends and I that I was secretly in the witness protection program because he discovered something so surreal that if anyone figured out, he'd be an automatic target. I still would go to say that there is a chance this is true, and he's just hiding in plain sight. If it is true, he is really good at not sticking out like a sore thumb. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Elrod for being an inspiration and a true mentor to Jaden and every single kid that you've had in class. Jaden Donati. I'd be really embarrassed if he came out of the bathroom right now. Megan Daly. Megan is currently ranked number 29 with a GPA of 11.5357. She is the daughter of Mike and Jamie Daly. Megan has participated in the Pendleton Heights Marching Band, Jazz Ensemble, Jazz Combo, Jazz Express, Wind Ensemble, Pep Band, Track and Field, Indoor Percussion, and Winter Guard. She also enjoys gardening year-round and being a barista at work. Megan plans to attend Mammoth College in Illinois, where she will major in music education. She plans to join the Tartan program to learn how to better teach in rural communities and through this program, work in rural areas in Wyoming, Alaska, or Utah. Megan's goal is to become a high school band director. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan Daly.
That's a pretty big step there, by the way. I have probably never surprised, confused, or impressed anyone more than I have Mr. Taylor. In the 4 years I've had him as a director, he has given me more opportunities than I can count. He's pushed me to do honor bands all across the state, most of which all they had to choose kids from was director recommendations. I may not have been happy while I was sitting in the 8-hour rehearsals, but I appreciate it nonetheless. He also encouraged me to be a part of the student leadership and marching band, and for 3 years I was drum major. During that time, Mr. Taylor saw me at my best and probably my worst. There was a competition where we were driving home and it was past 1 a.m. and I had fallen asleep on the bus seat, accidentally rolled onto the bus floor, and just continued to sleep there. But I knew in the middle of freshman year that I wanted to major in education, and by sophomore year I had decided music education. The biggest factor for me was wanting to be a Mr. Taylor for students. At first, Mr. Taylor doesn't talk as much as Mr. H and Mrs. Maloney at the middle school, and frankly, I was terrified of him. But through the years, as he gets to know you, he forms close connections with every student. He teases Henry for being late to jazz every single day, and he makes fun of me for being bad with technology and always being forgetful. He accepts that we all make mistakes and works with it, even if we might annoy him sometimes. At marching band, his speeches before we performed at state all had the same main idea. It isn't about how well we do, it's about who we are with and how far we've come. That is the ideology I want to take with me and use in a band program someday. Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
I'll get your plaque for you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that.
Because he's going to walk that way anyway.
Joel Garr is currently ranked number 28 with a GPA of 11.5439. He is the son of Pam and Stephen Garr. Joel has participated in Youth Leadership Academy of Madison County and the Balance Program, Pendleton, SAD, Best Buddies, and Pendleton Players. He hopes to attend Miami of Ohio and work towards a bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor and business, all working towards a master's degree. Joel hopes to become a psychologist or therapist.
Unless you're superhuman, as teenagers progress through the ups and downs of their high school career, an extremely prevalent struggle is burnout. Undoubtedly, with early mornings, homework each night, after-school activities such as sports teams or academic clubs, and even jobs, all the caffeine in the world still fails to keep your energy up. I haven't even mentioned the failed attempts to maneuver the constantly morphing social dynamics of high school, the ever-growing social media void, and our teenager emotions, all which can only add extra challenges to navigate. Waking up is interesting. At the beginning of the year, waking up is pretty easy. Of course, it's not preferred. I would never choose to wake up at 6 a.m., but it never starts out too difficult. But as the year progresses and the lack of sleep adds up, over time, waking up gets more and more difficult. With the constant worry of tests and quizzes looming over my head, with those days where it's hard to get out of bed, I would always have at least one thing to look forward to every day. Each and every day, without fail, there would always be one woman waiting for me at school. What could seem like just a casual conversation each day to an average Joe witnessing from the outside is one of the moments I look forward to most each and every day. Whether we would chit-chat at the beginning of school while I got my bagel when I forgot to eat breakfast at home, or after school while getting a snack before practice, I would always leave each conversation with a smile on my face. Without fail, every day during lunch, I always made a stop to say, "Hey, Birdie." Birdie, just like each and every one of our school lunch ladies, cares about the students at our school with their full hearts and souls. As each holiday came around, there would always be a card, typically with Snoopy, signed with love waiting for me with Birdie at her station, always making my day. Not only did Birdie add a sense of warmth and comfort to the total environment of high school and make going to school more enjoyable, she has made a lifelong impact of showing just how little effort it takes to create a lasting positive change within someone's life. Thank you, Birdie.
Evan John is currently ranked number 27 with a GPA of 11.625. He is the son of Ann John and Leighton John and has participated in tennis, basketball, National Beta Club, and National Honor Society. His other interests include attending Second Family Church, Spanish Club, Adventure Camp, water skiing, and wakeboarding. John will be attending Butler University, where he will major in biochemistry or neuroscience. He hopes to become an anesthesiologist. Evan can't attend tonight, but his mom is here to present his letter to his honored guest.
Not sure why I volunteered to do this now because I'm really nervous. Evan is home really sick and is really sad that he can't be here to present this, but here goes. It all started in 6th grade. We had just had basketball tryouts, and we were in need of a new coach. A day or so later, Coach Wells walked in. He told us that he had played college soccer, so I asked myself, why is this dude our new basketball coach? Then a few days later, I witnessed him dunk a ball on one of our practices, or in one of our practices. I guess that's when he earned my respect, because in my 6th grader mind, I thought dunking on a 10-foot rim was the coolest thing possible. I thought to myself, I want to be just like Coach Wells. I was hurt that year. I broke my ankle in tryouts, so I wasn't able to play for most of the season. Another thing I remember is before one of our games, he showed us who Mateen Cleaves was. It was a YouTube video of Mateen when he broke his ankle, went back to the locker room, came back on the court, and continued to play for the rest of the game. I can't count the number of times I have replayed that clip in my mind. I want to be just like Coach Wells with the courage of Mateen Cleaves. By the time high school came around, Coach was part of the high school basketball team staff, and he wasn't just a basketball coach, he was my mentor. I never saw a frown on his face, never saw him complain, and I barely ever saw him lose his temper. I think this says a lot about Coach because we didn't have the best record and we weren't always the best listeners. I also know that some days he would wake up before his kids did and he would get home after they would be asleep. This goes to show the amount of effort he put into our team, but again, he never complained. Another thing he always made sure to do was to say, "What's up, EJ?" And this always brought a smile to my face. Fun fact, I got hurt every year in high school, and Coach was my favorite person to sit on the sideline with and cheer on my team. Since he works as a teacher at the elementary school, he would have to come in an hour late, but when he came to practice, it became a lot more fun. And this year, we won the Madison County tournament. After the final buzzer sounded, the first person I looked at was Coach Wells. I could only imagine how happy he was, and I felt as if he could finally say that his work paid off. Giving him a hug after that game is one of my favorite memories ever. With all of that being said, there is one thing that Coach taught me that will stick with me forever. Before my first game that I played in 6th grade, I asked him, "What can I do to move up to the A team if it's even an option?" His response was to play hard and have fun. So that's what I did, and that's what I've done every time I step onto the basketball court since that day. But I think this lesson applies to life as well. Work as hard as you can at everything you do, but make sure to find joy in it and have some fun with it. I'll never be able to thank you enough. Thanks, Coach Wells.
'Carly Frakes is currently ranked number 26 with a GPA of 11.6739. She is the daughter of John and Teresa Frakes. Carly has participated in National Beta Club, National Honor Society, and German Club, where she was an officer. She also volunteers at Faith Church in her children's ministry, attends the youth group at Faith Church, and enjoys writing, reading, and photography. Carly is undecided on specific school, but would like to study mental health counseling. She would like to become a mental health counselor. Ladies and gentlemen, Carly Frakes.
Three years ago, I used to think that there was only one angle to take a picture from, eye level. Thinking back on that now always makes me laugh because these past 3 years, I have seen and learned so much from this particular teacher, and not just in the aspect of art. This teacher has taught me life lessons just by setting a good example of character and by always being positive. They've shown me that you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but you should compare yourself to, well, yourself. What progress have you made? What have you learned? Because everyone is different. Everyone has different styles, mediums, and inspirations. Everyone has different work habits and different forms of time management. These are ideals that have governed the teaching and grading process of this teacher. They appreciate the whole student, not just the work and not just the grade. They encourage us to always do our best, even when we don't feel like it. This teacher has always pushed me past what I thought I could do. They challenged me to be the best I could be. It wasn't always easy, but the results were incredible. I was impressed with myself and my abilities. I gained the self-confidence I never knew I needed. My teacher also helped me recognize and push past procrastination and self-doubt. These were things I really struggled with. Sometimes I would be so frustrated with myself that I would stop what I was doing and walk away, and my desire to go back and finish had depleted entirely. But I know now that this will happen sometimes, and that's okay. I just needed to take a break and rethink things, see things from a different angle. Each experience helped me learn more about myself and better ways to help me work through something that wouldn't work. And most importantly, I learned that not every picture I took had to be award-winning, because I'm human and it's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. When the pandemic happened, I felt I had lost a part of myself. When the normalcy left, something in me left with it. And when I came back in the fall to take another one of this teacher's classes, I found the past me that was hiding behind the camera. Although they didn't know it, my teacher helped bring me back. They helped me find myself again. And they continued to push me even further to reach new levels in my work, levels I never thought I could achieve, and levels in which I could finally be as proud of myself as my teacher was of me. Looking back on these past few years, I realize how much I have changed and how much the encouraging and challenging has impacted me. I know that I should never settle for less and to always do my best in every aspect of my life. So I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. Hunkler. Thank you for believing in me and my abilities, for always seeing the best in me that I couldn't see in myself. Thank you for pushing me to enter my work into shows and for taking your own personal time to prep my photos to be show ready. Thank you for teaching me about photography, for helping me gain a new perspective on life, for telling me that pineapples are the symbol of hospitality and that there's no such thing as a 55-year mortgage. I've laughed in your classes and I've cried watching the short films you've shown, but I know I will carry these memories and what you've taught me throughout my life and use it in to help others in my future career, and I will always push myself to be the best that I can be. Thank you.
Jackson Winning is currently ranked number 25 with a GPA of 11.7273. He is the son of Julie Zachary and Josh Winning. Jackson has been involved in National Honor Society, National French Honor Society, National Beta Club, and the golf team. He works and also volunteers around the community with the Log Cabin Project, tree planting, and he helped clean up the town after the tornado. Jackson plans to study business management at Indiana University. He would like to be a management analysis. Jackson Winning.
When I first moved to Pendleton in 3rd grade, I wasn't sure if I'd be able to like my new school or even if I'd be able to make many friends. Over the first 2 years at Maple Ridge Elementary, I made a few close friends, but to be honest, I don't remember much else. What I do remember was when my older brother would come home every day talking about how much fun he would have in your class. And from that point on, I could not wait to have you as my teacher. I remember walking into your class on the first day of 5th grade, only to be blown away by the Tron-themed classroom, arcade-style basketball hoops, and a PlayStation 2. I always thought I would have the most fun with all the stuff that you had in your room, but it didn't take me long to realize that your teaching and positive influence would be the thing that I remember today. The energy and the effort that you put into each and every day was unmatched, and you made every kid feel important and welcomed. You found ways to make learning fun and enjoyable to the point where I was looking forward to coming to school every day. Whether it was the engaging lesson plans or the new games that you made up, I saw that learning could be extremely fun with the right teacher. My 5th grade year was the best school year of my life, and I could not thank you enough for the impact that you had, not only on myself, but my 2 brothers as well. All of us had nothing but great memories of you in your classroom, and with that being said, I could not think of a better teacher and a better person to have as an honored guest tonight as a way of saying thank you to my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Brown.
Anna Greil is currently ranked number 24 with a GPA of 11.7708. She is the daughter of Michelle and Mark Greil. Anna has been part of the National Beta Club, Spanish Club, and editor for the yearbook and tutored through Beta at Pendleton Elementary. After graduation, Anna plans to take a gap year to decide on her path. She will test out different interests and career options and may apply for some internships as well. Although undecided on a specific career path, she knows she wants to do something that helps others. Okay. Dear Senora Williamson, I just want to say thank you for being one of the best Spanish teachers that I've ever had. I still remember going into our classroom every day starting when I was just a freshman, and I would come in wondering what the whip would be that day. Your whips were always something that everyone looked forward to. For those of you who don't know what a whip is, that's where we go around the room on a topic and talk about something. She doesn't literally have whips in her room. Especially because you always seem to have the most interesting questions to ask. It was always funny to see what my friends would answer and how differently everyone's opinions were. You have always instilled a passion and interest in not only the Spanish language, but the culture of many Spanish-speaking countries as well in me. I cannot thank you enough for that. It has already become useful for me in the real world. Although sometimes the homework for your class felt like a lot in the moment, it really did help me become so much better at Spanish in the long run, and it made me want to expand my learning of the language when I go to college. From the muscle memory of vocabulary words to the 4 times 20s we used to do, it all helped me get so much better at the language. Another thing I am thankful for that you always did when I was in your class is that you always made sure that everyone understood the lesson or topic we were on before you moved on to a different one. I remember that sometimes we would even spend an extra week on something because a few kids did not understand it. This was important to me because it never made me feel stupid if I didn't understand something as fast as some of the other kids did. You were always offering to help students after school or before if we were struggling too. And sometimes just the reminder that you were there if we needed help was enough. You're always there for your students, and you're such a kind-hearted person to take care of all of us, give advice, and check in the way that you do. We all greatly appreciate it too. I am also thankful for the many fun ways that you made learning Spanish fun, whether it be when we watched Spanish soap operas or when we learned how to do traditional dances. Class was always something that I looked forward to. I remember when I switched teachers for a semester how I missed being in your class and the methods that you taught. In other classes, the lessons were mainly just Google slides, and I had a harder time paying attention to them. The way that you did the notes in class really fit with my learning style, and it made my life so much easier. Because of you, I have been able to become so much better at Spanish, to the point where I can really communicate with people if I need to. I am most definitely going to be prepared for the future when a large percentage of people in the United States will be speaking Spanish, just like you always told us. Thanks to you, I'll be able to communicate with the world. One last thing I want to thank you for is always encouraging and getting us to actually speak the language and pronounce things correctly. In some other classes I was in, we did not really pronounce anything, and we barely spoke in class either. In your class, though, it felt like we were speaking Spanish every single day. The presentations we always did helped me get over my fears of saying something wrong, too, because nobody is perfect and you have to make a mistake in order to improve. Thank you, Senora, for making the Spanish language something fun and easy and always encouraging your students to practice and expand their knowledge. You've made taking Spanish the best, along with it becoming my favorite class over the years. Thank you for everything, Anna Grau. Cannon McLean. Cannon is currently ranked number 23 with a GPA of 11.7905. He is the son of Andrea and Rick McLean. Cannon has participated in the Pendleton Heights Boys Soccer, Weem Radio, theater as a Pendleton player, crew, Pendletons, and National Honor Society. Cannon's other interests include creating art in Adobe Illustrator and animating it using Adobe After Effects, cooking, reading, and of course, playing video games. He plans to attend college, but is undecided on a specific one yet or what field of study. Cannon would like to create commercially commercially, videos, art, and motion graphics, or maybe go into software development and cybersecurity to address his interest in problem solving. Ladies and gentlemen, Cannon McLean.
Well, before I got into high school, everyone always told me that I would never learn anything. I mean, honestly, I heard it all the time, you know. I never used the quadratic formula in the real world. They should have taught me how to do taxes instead. Well, maybe I won't ever have to find the difference of squares in the real world. And that's why, before I even got into high school, I decided that I hated it. And I decided that it was a waste of my time and a waste of my energy, and I had this mindset for a very, very long time. But one day, I was expressing my distress to a math teacher, and they sat me down, and they told me that math isn't just about memorizing useless equations. It's about teaching your brain how to solve problems. And when he told me this changed my mindset completely. And I started to look at all of my classes differently. I started to see the true value in all of them. And I started listening not to what my teachers were telling me, but to what they were teaching me and how I could apply these to my life. So, this is why I never hated any of my teachers. And some of my fellow students absolutely despised some of these teachers, whether it was because they were too strict, or they gave out too much homework, or the subject was boring, or something silly like that. But I could always find something useful in all of these classes, and I always appreciated these teachers. And I knew that they weren't just teaching me how to do math, or how to do chemistry, or what happened in history. They were teaching me how to live my life. I've never been more inspired by these people, who I am fortunate enough to see every single day. However, there is one teacher who has been with me by my side during almost my entire journey. She is not just supportive of me, but she feels excited for me and with me when I accomplish things. And she is so invested in everything that all of her students do because she cares about them so much. I remember one day when my fellow classmates and I were all particularly tired and stressed, and quite frankly, ready to collapse on the floor and die. We had been bombarded with tests and senioritis. Henceforth, we all wanted to cry. So instead of continuing on with the lesson that she had planned for that day, instead, we had a group therapy session of sorts. And it was a small act, but it ended up making my day. And it helped a lot. And it helped a lot of other students as well. And fortunately, she's always been supportive of all of her students through the years, and this support has never dwindled. We recently, in this class, finished a novel about a little prince. In this novel, it taught us an important lesson about perception. When we first finished the book, it seemed like the end of our journey with the prince, but soon we realized that it was not the end at all. It was just a transition. So just like math, French may seem unimportant to some at first glance, but I learned more from this class and this teacher than any other. The little prince once tamed a fox who said to him, "It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye." So, for always being there for all of your students, and for fueling my passion for foreign cultures and the world, I want to thank you. Merci beaucoup, Madame Tallman.
Catherine Martin is currently ranked number 22 with a GPA of 11.8039. She is the daughter of Jeff and Pamela Martin. Catherine has participated in the choir program through Pendletones, Emerald Suites, and added attractions. Also student council, the theater program, Pendleton Players, National Honor Society, National Beta Club, Spanish Club, the Steering Committee, and International Thespian Society. Her interests outside of school include attending Pendleton Christian Church, where she is the worship director of Second Family, a youth program, and a member of the worship team on Sunday mornings. Catherine plans to attend Butler University to study communications with a focus on human communications and organizational leadership, and minor in music. She hopes to acquire a communications position or become the worship director of a mega church. Catherine Martin.
Throughout my 4 years at PHHS, it's been made very obvious that every single teacher here wants their students to be successful. By the end of their class, they hope that their students have learned, become better in that subject, and ended with hopefully an A. Because of this attitude, there's been many teachers who have impacted me at PHHS. However, there has been only one who has told me that their goal is to not only help me become better at what I do, but to help me become a better person. And let me tell you, they meet this goal every day. They not only tell us how to be a better person, but they also model how to be. Every day, I am encouraged to make the right decision, be kind, chase after what I want, and stand up for what I believe in. Although they make this look effortless, I can confidently say that it is not. I have never seen someone handle such difficult situations so gracefully, all while not letting it affect their work and still giving us all of their attention. Through this wonderful woman and her program, I have learned that hard work pays off. No matter how busy you are, you can still make time for the people you are around, and that you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you react to them. Throughout your program, I have found that music is my passion and that I want to sing forever. Through your program, I found the best friends I have ever had and the second family I didn't know that I was missing. Finally, through your program, I have become a better person. Mrs. Sprouse, you have taught me endless lessons about not only music, but life. Thank you for these amazing 4 years, and I will miss you dearly.
Cassidy Brandon is currently ranked number 21 with a GPA of 11.8333. She is the daughter of Tanya and Jason Branham. Cassidy has participated in the Pendleton Heights Volleyball, Tennis, National Beta Club, National Honor Society, and National French Honor Society, and was a member of the Rookie PEA program offered by the local Pendleton Emergency Ambulatory Program. Cassidy also participates in CrossFit, club volleyball, and is the wrestling clock operator. She plans to attend Trine University in Angola to play tennis and study biomedical engineering as an undergraduate. She would like to then go to Fort Wayne to earn her master's in physician assistant studies. Cassidy wants to become a physician's assistant.
For those of you who know me well, you know I'm not very good at expressing my feelings, and nor do I really want to, but there's some people that deserve to be told how much you appreciate them. I'm positive that this person's going to be honored more than once tonight due to their exceptional character and work ethic. To my favorite teacher, Mr. Porter. Thank you for always staying after school with me to reteach the lesson because I didn't understand the first time. Actually, not always, because there was that one time after my beta meeting where you went home before helping me, but you paid the price the next day, and I'm sorry for yelling at you. He brings it up every day. Thank you for letting me sit right next to you during work time so that I wouldn't have to continue to get up to ask questions. I really appreciate that you continue to reevaluate and re-explain material that everybody else immediately understood. But yes, I'm still on 42E. And yes, I am painfully aware that it took me a week to finish that question, but by then I knew it so well that I could teach the rest of the class. Speaking of, honestly, it was never about the teaching for me, though it was an added bonus. It's the fact that you truly care about your students and notice a difference when something's wrong. Thank you for offering to extend due dates for me when my mom was sick and making time before class to ask me how everything with her was, but more importantly to you, how I was doing. That helped me more than you could ever know. You never stopped asking me how I was doing, even though you were sick as well, and I really appreciate it. It goes to show how kind-hearted you are. I appreciate that you continue to ask, "How you doing, kid?" every day, or text me when I'm gone to make sure it's not a life or death situation. On another note, I thought I'd mention your supplies. You always keep extra paper, notebooks, calculators, pencils, just in case somebody can't afford to get more or just forgot theirs for the day. You also keep snacks just in case somebody skipped breakfast or they can't focus. And I think that's really sweet and says a lot about the kind of person that you are. Basically, I just wanted to say thank you for caring, not only about how I did in your class, but also how I was doing mentally. I can never thank you enough for everything you've done for me, both knowingly and not.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Elena Luttrell is currently ranked number 20 with a GPA of 11.8704. She is the daughter of Tasha Luttrell and Rob Luttrell. Milena has participated in the art department, German club, and the band department. She enjoys playing the flute, drawing, reading, and going on adventures. Milena plans to attend Ball State University to study animation. She wants to be an animator.
Hi. So first of all, I'd like to honor all of my teachers. You guys have all provided something for me, and I've learned so much from all of you. So thank you for that. Anyway, there's one teacher that has been there since basically the beginning for me. They've listened to my problems, and they've been there since day one. They talk to me, and they really have interest in me and how I'm doing. Whether it's my weekends or breaks, they've asked me about it. I remember multiple times when after class they sit with me and my friends and just talk. You've always been there for me when I'm late on my homework. You've offered me extended deadlines, and I really appreciate that. And I thank you for understanding when I'm not there on the days and you stay late with me to, I'm not good at speeches, sorry. When you stay with me after class and just explain things again to me, I really appreciate that. Thank you for understanding when I'm tired and I'm falling asleep. Thank you for being fun and silly and making class more exciting to come to. Your class has been a safe haven for the past years. Just thank you for everything. I want you to know that I really appreciate you. I want you to know that you've inspired me to explore the world and different cultures. So thank you, Mrs. Claxon. It's my mama. Don't worry, everybody. Sorry.
Sarah Dix is currently ranked number 19 with a GPA of 11.9167. She is the daughter of Christina and Jonathan Bennett and Ryan Dix. Sarah has been a member of the girls' soccer team, girls' track team, wrestling team, National Beta Club, Spanish Club, and Outdoor Adventure Club. She also enjoys photography and video editing. Although Sarah is undecided on where to go, she has her eyes on the University of Arizona or Purdue University, where she plans to study mathematics. She isn't sure the job that she wants, but wants a career in mathematics. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Dix.
Tonight, I am dedicating this letter to someone who has left a great impact on my life. Our interactions were limited to a simple hello from day to day, but it didn't take long for me to realize just how special this woman was. This woman is Birdie, one of my school lunch ladies. Walking to lunch every day, I looked forward to saying those hellos and catching up with her. She would always greet me with the biggest smile on her face, as would I. She brought joy to my days at school and always gave me a reason to smile. She has taught me to cherish the little moments in life and, most importantly, to put myself out there more, because you never know just how special someone can be if you never stop to say hi. Thank you, Birdie, for being your unconditional self. I hope you know just how much I appreciate you.
Dylan Sylvester is currently ranked number 18 with a GPA of 11.9231. He is the son of Greg and Kim Sylvester. Dylan has participated in marching band, pep band, National Beta Club, Quiz Bowl, Social Studies Academic Team, and the National Honor Society. He enjoys spending time with friends, studying history, and listening and playing music. Dylan will be attending Purdue University to study engineering. He would like to become a mechanical engineer.
I have known Mrs. Dunn for longer than I have been in school. In fact, I can see her house from my bedroom window. I can remember as a small child playing on her backyard on the play set with all the other neighborhood kids. And I'm sure it was at the age of a small child that I also got the opportunity to try her famous banana muffins. But of course, I did not choose Mrs. Dunn just because she was my neighbor or because she has the best banana muffins that have ever graced this earth. I chose Mrs. Dunn because she's one of the kindest and most helpful people I know. No matter what problem I had or question I needed answered, Mrs. Dunn was always there to help. It is a common occurrence to find Mrs. Dunn helping one of her students or previous students. I know personally that if there is a problem that I did not understand, a quick trip to Mrs. Dunn's room would always help and clear my confusion. Mrs. Dunn is also a beacon of happiness and joy. I cannot remember a day where Mrs. Dunn is not her usual joyous self. Over the years I have known Mrs. Dunn, I can confidently say that she is not only my neighbor and my teacher, but she is also a friend. So Mrs. Dunn, thank you.
Jared Lephart is currently ranked number 17 with a GPA of 11.9792. He is the son of Heather Lephart and Noel Lephart. Jared has participated in Pendleton Heights football, National Beta Club, and National Honor Society. He enjoys playing video games, watching YouTube, and listening to music. Jared plans to attend Wabash College to study law. He wants to become a corporate lawyer.
Every year during homecoming, the football team has a tradition where the seniors would give away their away jersey to the teacher they felt had impacted them the most during their time in high school. I remember that there was a lot of talk between the teammates about who they were going to give their jersey to, but I didn't have that problem. I knew that I was going to pick Mr. Hinton. And for those same reasons, he is my honored guest tonight. I think the main reason that I knew I was going to choose Mr. Hinton is because he is one of the few teachers where I felt I had a personal connection with. Some of the best stories I've heard in this high school were from his class. I remember when I first heard the stories of him selling everything he had of value so he could hike around America, and I thought to myself, this guy has had such a crazy life. Why would he be a teacher? While I still don't know what would possess someone to become a teacher, I do know that Mr. Hinton is one of the best ones that I've had, and for that, I would like to say thank you.
Chelsea Myers is currently ranked number 16 with a GPA of 12.2826. She is the daughter of Wade and Lisa Myers. Chelsea has been a member of SAD, National Beta Club, Scimitar, and played volleyball. She likes to work and spend time with family and friends. Chelsea will be attending Indiana University to study biology. She wants to become an anesthesiologist.
Wow, this is a lot bigger than my speech class. Everyone has had their fair share of high school problems, and I'm sure if you're not in high school yet, you'll have yours too. But despite all of my problems, this one teacher has had my back and has listened to each and every one of my tangents about whatever had happened to me the previous day. Whether it was about a test I didn't do too well on or about losing a friend, she was always there with no judgment at all. No matter what, she always listened. She was the first teacher I told when I was accepted to college. She was the first teacher I told when I got an A+ on a test. She was the first person I consulted when I didn't know what to write my speech over. She has always been there for me when I needed advice for what I should do in a certain situation, and she has always been there for me even if I didn't need advice. Furthermore, she has helped me immensely in the classroom. She has helped me succeed when I did not think I could, and she has always sacrificed her time to explain something for a second time when I needed it. No matter what I needed academically, she was always there to help me. For all the times you have been there for me and all the times you will be there for me, Ms. Ave, I can't thank you enough.
Anna DeFau is currently ranked number 15 with a GPA of 12.3333. She is the daughter of Deb McLaughlin. Anna has participated in theater, Pendleton Players, International Thespian Society, school tennis, National Beta Club, and Spanish Club. She also tutors 3rd and 4th graders at Pendleton Elementary School. Anna is undecided on where to study after high school, but plans to major in architecture and minor in Spanish. She wants to become an architect.
There's a Chinese proverb that says, "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." The person I am honoring tonight has only been a part of my life for a little less than 2 years, but since I met him at the beginning of junior year, he has had a great impact on me. He always goes beyond teaching to involve me and all of his students in class. He continuously goes above and beyond to help me. He has provided me with numerous opportunities, and he has helped me prepare for my future in a way no other teacher could. No matter how many times I raise my hand or how many questions I ask in one class period, he always answers and helps me every step of the way. I remember one time I must have raised my hand 20+ times in one class period, and he helped me through everything. Instead of simply telling me what to do, he made sure I had a complete understanding so I could get through the next project effortlessly. He cares about my success on every project. This teacher has provided me with numerous opportunities. I'm the only girl in the class of 30 boys, and he has always made sure I feel comfortable and made sure that I never feel left out, beginning every class period with "Good morning, ladies and gentlemen." He gives me the same treatment as any of the other guys. Because of him, I am now more comfortable going into a male-dominated career. His classes have prepared me and continue to prepare me for my future. The projects we have completed in the class have given me a sneak peek of what my future will be like. The skills he has taught me while working on these projects will be useful for me throughout college and into my career. Before his class, I was still unsure of what I wanted to do in the future, but after having him as my teacher, I am now positive of the career path I want to pursue. The person I'm honoring tonight is Mr. Klipsch. I am grateful for everything he has done for me and all the opportunities he has given me. Jane and I thank you, Mr. Klipsch, for not just telling me, but for taking the extra steps to teach me and to involve me in class. Thank you.
Hannah Gates is currently ranked number 14 with a GPA of 12.4043. She is the daughter of Kim Tisdale. Hannah has been a member of National Honor Society, National Beta Club, Vice President of the Beta Club, SAD Steering Committee, and WEAM, and has also been a library assistant. She volunteers at the Community Hospital in Anderson and tutors. Hannah will attend either Indiana State University or Hanover College, where she will major in biology. She wants to become a doctor.
High school is filled with many special people, but I believe some of the most special bonds are with your teachers. This teacher has really shaped my 4 short years of high school into something I will always look back on. At first, I would just sit at a table and work on homework, but as the days went by, I grew closer and closer with this teacher. I quickly learned that we came from very similar backgrounds, both being raised by single moms and having a very strong love for dogs. We always had something to talk about, whether it was a big test coming up or a funny thing that happened to us recently. From the beginning, she has pushed me to do my best, whether it was her telling me that I would do fine on my math test despite my many concerns, or her encouraging me to run for a beta office. There have been many good and bad times in high school, but throughout them all, this teacher would always give me the best advice. I will always remember the many laughs we shared and the fun things we would do around all of the holidays. She was always honest and generous no matter the circumstance. She was always passing out snacks or bringing us cupcakes on our birthdays. Her honesty really came in handy on a day I will never stop laughing about. When I fell on the ice before school and she informed me that my pants were indeed wet. We have grown to know each other really well. So well that when I know I'm going to be late to my next class, my pass would already be written because she knows I'm paranoid about breaking any rules. A lot has happened during my time with this teacher, from watching her have her first grandbaby to me telling her that I got the Lilly Scholarship. These great times will last forever. The years have flown by. I remember the first time I talked to this teacher, just walking in the hallway on my way to my first day as her assistant during my sophomore year study hall. Now, almost 3 years later, I will give her a countdown of how many days of school we have left. And it is definitely bittersweet. Well, now we only have 15 days of school left, and I will truly miss you, Mrs. Moore. We may not remember everything in 20 years, but my days in the library will never be forgotten, because you were there for me whenever I needed it. And I will never be able to thank you enough for all that you have done. Thank you.
Brayton Gust is currently ranked number 13 with a GPA of 12.4043. 4444. He is the son of Brian and Pam Gust. Brayton has been a member of National Honor Society, National Beta Club, and has participated in many areas of our band department: indoor percussion, marching band, jazz ensemble, jazz express, and jazz combo. He enjoyed writing and arranging music over the last 2 years. He plans to march with the Phantom Regiment Drum and Bugle Corps in 2021. He will also be attending Anderson University to study computer engineering. His goal is to help with the development of autonomous vehicles in the future. Mr. Gus.
Throughout all of my high school career, there has been one teacher who I've had far more than any other. In total, I have had 6 of their classes and several extracurriculars in the past 5 years and have grown to have a deep passion for the subject. My grandfather began teaching me piano when I was only 5 years old, and I have only grown to enjoy playing more and more. I joined the beginner band in 6th grade on percussion. Through middle school, I enjoyed doing band and later joined the jazz band, but it never became something I was deeply passionate about until I started joining the high school programs. I have been in the concert band, 3 jazz bands, marching band, and indoor percussion throughout the last 5 years. This teacher has always made sure to be there and push us forward every single day in and out of the classroom. I remember walking into marching band for the first time in 8th grade and feeling intimidated by suddenly being one of the youngest members of the group, but you quickly found a way to make everyone feel like they belonged. Above all the other activities and classes that you have taught, marching band has always been my favorite. People who have never marched will never be able to quite understand what it feels like to walk off the field at Lucas Oil Stadium and know that nearly 7 months of work was all left on the field. You have given us so many memories through 5 years of marching band and have spent countless hours with us when you could have been home with your family and your newborn son. This last fall, you gave us the opportunity to be able to perform one last time on our home field when ISMA canceled competitions for the season. While we may have never told you directly, that last season meant more to us than I think all the other seasons have combined. Jazz band has also had a large influence on my life. My grandfather was able to teach me piano up until 6th grade when he began to get sick. I played piano in middle school jazz band occasionally, but never full-time. My grandfather passed away during the end of 8th grade, and while I messed around on piano at home and in a few songs at school, I didn't play piano much in the next 2 years. During my junior year, you gave me the opportunity to play piano in the jazz ensemble, and while I never admitted this, I was very nervous to try and jump back into playing real piano music. Now, 2 years later, I see how much joy it has given me. I struggled quite a bit in the beginning, but you were always there to encourage me every step of the way. I know my grandpa would be proud, and I thank you for giving me that opportunity. While I may not be able to take the stage with Pendleton Heights again, what I have learned here will always be with me. I am confident that the program you have built over the past several years will only continue to grow and influence the lives of each student who goes through it. I think it is no surprise why I have chosen my band director, Mr. Chris Taylor, as my honored guest. I have been amazed at what you have been able to accomplish here with this program in such a short time. Thank you for all that you have given us in the time we've been here, and I wish you the best of luck in the future.
Macy Browning is currently ranked number 12 with a GPA of 12.549. She is the daughter of Lindy Browning and Kyle and Tammy Browning. Macy has participated in the Pendleton Heights Soccer PEA Rookie Program and has been a member of the National Honor Society, National Beta Club, Student Athletic Council, and Athletes of Character. She enjoys playing soccer for Indy Premier Soccer Club. Macy will be attending Indiana Wesleyan University to study nursing and to be a member of their women's soccer team. She hopes to become an ICU nurse and then work toward becoming a certified registered nurse anesthesiast. Macy.
Many students will say that it took them a lot of time and consideration in choosing the teacher that they wish to honor at this banquet, but I knew I was going to choose this teacher in elementary school if I was lucky enough to be in the top 10%. The teacher that I am honoring tonight has been a constant positive influence in my life since I was about 10 years old. She has believed in me, supported me, and told me that she is proud of me more times than I can count. This teacher honestly made my elementary school experience one of the best times of my life and made me enjoy school more than I ever have. The teacher that I am honoring tonight has always had the most loving heart, which truly made me feel as if I had a second mom at school. She would continuously let me sit at her desk when I was confused on my math homework, even though the real reason I sat with her was because I wanted to talk to her literally all the time. I admired her so much. This teacher supported me in everything that I did. Whether that was soccer, choir, or something important that I achieved at school, she would always congratulate me by writing little notes in my assignment notebook and by giving me some of her favorite orange mints. My favorite memory that I have of this teacher is when she gave a boy who I've always had a big heart for a Student of the Month award. This boy really struggled in school and had a very difficult home life, which caused teachers to not always see eye to eye with him. But this teacher saw all the good qualities in him that I had seen for years. She truly made him a better person. Sorry, I can't read. And student by simply being the loving and considerate person that she is. This teacher makes me want to work hard to achieve my goals each and every day. There aren't many teachers who care as much for their students as she does, and that is saying a lot about her because I've had some really amazing teachers throughout my years of school. I'm so thankful for the positive impact that she has had on my life. I know that she will always have a special place in my heart and will be a teacher I'll remember forever. So thank you, Mrs. Brindley, for the influence that you have had on my life up to this point and for staying in touch with me for all of these years. I am so grateful that I have the opportunity to honor you tonight because you deserve to know how amazing of a teacher you have been and always will be.
Caitlin Wheatley is currently ranked number 11 with a GPA of 12.6122. She is the daughter of Eric and Holly Wheatley. Caitlin has been a member of the National Honor Society, National Beta Club, Swimming, Student Council, Soccer, Arabian Allies, Pendleton Players in the Theater Program, and Best Buddies. She also enjoys being active, helping out in her community, and spending time with family and friends. Caitlin plans to study nursing at Ball State University. Her goal is to become a neonatal nurse. Caitlin Wheatley.
When I think about all of the amazing teachers that have made an impact on my life, one specific teacher stands out among the rest. This teacher started out as my second grade teacher for half of a year while my original teacher was on maternity leave. Let me tell you, I was a mess at the time, but this teacher made my year so very memorable and special. Fast forward to 5th grade, where I was lucky enough to make it into her 5th and 6th grade reach class. There, she challenged me academically more than I had ever been. It would be an understatement to say that she prepared me for my future years of school, but also my life to come. After I'd moved on to middle school, this teacher was still a major part of my life. My friend Jack and I would visit her classroom, help her with anything she needed done, and we all went to lunch as often as we could fit into our busy schedules. Even to this day, this teacher is one of the most influential people in my life, and I still meet her for a meal to catch up. Through everything, this person has been there for me, supported me, given me much needed advice even when I didn't want to hear it, and made me laugh more times than I can count. Who knew that my elementary school teacher would move on to become a trusted and lifelong friend? This teacher is caring, trustworthy, compassionate, fierce, and a role model that I will look up to for the rest of my life. She has made me want to pursue my wildest dreams and work my hardest each and every day. She really does lead by example. I remember her talking about her furthering her education and setting the bar for herself and her career very high. Not only has she reached these goals, she is still working for more. Talk about an inspiration. This teacher has been there for me ever since I was 7 years old. I don't think she understands how grateful I am for her and her dedication to those around her every single day. No one deserves this more than you do, Mrs. Guston. Thank you for everything you have done for me over the last 10 years. I am a strong believer that I wouldn't be standing here where I am today without you and the difference that you have made in my life. I love you so much, and I hope that we can continue our friendship and lunch dates long after my schooling years are over.
Emma Adams is currently ranked number 10 with a GPA of 12.6875. She is the daughter of Laura and Brian Adams. Emma has played soccer all 4 years, where she started on the junior varsity team her freshman year and earned her varsity letters her sophomore, junior, and senior years. She was nominated as captain of the varsity team her senior year. Emma also participated in the PEA Rookie Program, National Beta Club, National Honor Society as the treasurer, French Club, National French Honor Society, and was the Sunday school leader for the 6th grade girls. Emma plans to study at the Indiana University in Bloomington, where she will major in biology and minor in chemistry. She will be striving toward admittance into the Indiana University School of Dentistry for her doctorate in dentistry. Emma would like to operate her own practice as a dentist.
As a senior, you never really realize how much of an impact teachers have on you until you're almost gone. Entering senior year, the year that everyone dreams of, it is easy to look forward and think about what will be in the next phase of your life. However, this teacher made my senior year one to remember and not look past. This teacher has not only been an excellent educator, but has gone above and beyond to help their students with the finishing touches of their senior year. I have never once heard her complain about her many responsibilities, like the SUMA and NHS supervisor, and making sure each and every student succeeds. As a teacher, she prioritizes her kids having fun while also learning, like jokes about her love affair with Shakespeare and his works Hamlet and Macbeth. She made the start of my day fun, and I always look forward to answering her question of the day. Though I didn't get to hold the grand champion of her timed race when getting paged on an emergency call for the ambulance program, her creativity made it a fun competition. Mrs. Gray, I appreciate the lasting impact you have put on my life during your World Lit class, and thank you for making my last year as a Pendleton Heights Arabian unforgettable.
Logan Bollinger is currently ranked number 9 with a GPA of 12.7143. He is the son of Jason and Dusty Bollinger. Logan has been a member of National Honor Society, National Beta Club, boys soccer, and tennis teams, National French Honor Society, and the Wind Ensemble in the band department. Logan plans to attend Butler University to study actuarial science. He wants to become an actuary.
Growing up going to Pendleton Elementary, I wasn't very outgoing or talkative. I only talked to a few friends and didn't communicate with my teachers very much. All of that changed when I entered my 4th grade year. My teacher was extremely nice and easy to talk to, and that was my favorite year of school by far. I ended up becoming a sort of class clown, and from then on became a more outgoing person. I don't remember much about my 4th grade class, but I do remember how much I enjoyed my teacher. Now, it's not often as a student to have a teacher in elementary and have that same teacher in high school, but I was lucky enough, or should I say, she was lucky enough to be my driving instructor. I think that goes to show how much this person trusted me, because she trusted a freshman beginner driver. Although I was a natural driver, I did back over the curb a couple times on my driving tests. I still passed though because I'm that good of a driver. This teacher was fun to joke around with, easy to understand. I was always comfortable around her, and she still managed to teach me great work habits that got me to where I am today. I can't think of anyone better to give this award to but my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Klepsch. Thank you.
Logan Parker is currently ranked number 8 with a GPA of 12.7174. He is the son of Sean Stinsky and Troy Parker. He has been a member of the National Beta Club. He is undecided on what college to attend at this time. Logan would like to work in the computer industry. Mr. Hinton is one of the nicest teachers I know. And to say that is just one of the great traits Mr. Hinton offers is an understatement of himself. Mr. Hinton, in my opinion, has one of the best teaching methods among the school, and that's saying something, as a lot of teachers have good teaching methods that I personally enjoy. He is also very energetic, fun, and engaged with teaching, whether it be pre-calculus, AP stats, or coding with a C++. Last year, when it was time for me to choose my senior classes, I took AP Stats mainly in part because I would be able to be taught by Mr. Hinton for another year. In the past year, I have grown disillusioned with the school as a whole, but Mr. Hinton was able to keep me interested enough to keep coming back every day, even when I did not want to. Mr. Hinton, even when I did not want to. Mr. Hinton is a great teacher, mentor, and most importantly of all, a wonderful storyteller. I would like to thank him for making my junior and senior years that much more enjoyable. May he bring joy to other students through math as he did to me. Logan Parker. Sienna Huther is currently ranked number 7 with a GPA of 12.8571. She is the daughter of John and Jennifer Huther. Sienna has been a member of the GAP, or German American Partnership Program, and played on the JV Girls Pendleton Heights soccer team her freshman year. Sienna is also currently in the Scouts BSA, where she is a firecrafter and an Order of the Arrow. She plans to attend IUPUI to major in mechanical engineering. Her career path is undecided at this time.
There have been several teachers and staff members of SMCSE that have had an impact on me over the years, but there is one that truly stands out, Mr. Porter. Mr. Porter was my AP chemistry teacher and organic chemistry teacher in 11th grade. He happened to be going through a lot during 11th grade when I had him as a teacher, and even still, he was able to have a positive impact on me and the rest of his students. Before COVID, I remember him giving us pens with multiple colors to help us take notes. When COVID caused us to have a quarter of e-learning, he was still able to do a good job with teaching. And he gave us I remember an assignment that he gave us during e-learning to send lift me up emails to 2 different teachers. This was Mr. Porter trying to have us encourage the teachers with a difficult time because the students were not the only ones impacted. Mr. Porter was an inspiration while he was my teacher, and it is difficult to put all of it into words. One thing he helped me do was look at things in a more positive light. I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Porter for being a great teacher. I'm really glad I took AP Chemistry because otherwise I would not have gotten the privilege of meeting Mr. Porter.
Chloe Etchison is currently ranked number 6 with a GPA of 12.8679. She is the daughter of Brittany Etchison and Richard Beckham. Chloe has been a member of National Beta Club, National Honor Society, French Club, National French Honor Society, Best Buddies, SAD, and the band department, marching band, concert band, and pep band. She plans to attend Butler University where she will major in biology. Chloe would like to become a pediatrician.
This teacher has been the biggest influence in my education. She taught me so much, but she didn't just focus on school subjects. It was from this teacher that I learned how strong, resilient, and caring somebody could be. Not only did she have those qualities herself, but she enforced those qualities onto all of her students and always let us know our value and everything that we can pursue and accomplish. She always made sure each and every student could rely on someone else in the class, even when that someone else was her. It was from her class that I was able to be prepared for middle school and the many years that followed and the years I still have to look forward to. For 7 hours a day, for a total of 360 school days, I was able to have some of the best experiences I've had in school. I was lucky enough to be able to spend my last 2 years of elementary school with this teacher who taught me more about myself, other people, and life in general than I could have ever imagined before having her. I was a part of her first year teaching the REACH class, and by that you would think she'd struggle to make adjustments, but she was always so capable and willing to learn more to make sure all of her students received the experience and learning necessary and always went even beyond that. She didn't just impact those 2 years, I felt her impact through all of these years, and that will continue on. There are so many amazing teachers that I've had the opportunity to have, but this teacher has had the biggest impact on me. I know various people that would agree in saying that she had a major influence in our education and our lives. She was and is a great teacher and an even better person. This teacher is Mrs. Reth.
Jada Etchison is currently ranked number 5 with a GPA of 13. She is the daughter of Brittany Etchison and Richard Beckham. Jada has been a member of National Beta Club, National Honor Society, French Club, National French Honor Society, marching band, concert band, pep band, Best Buddies, and SAD. She plans to attend Butler University where she will be a major in biology. Her goal is to become a pediatrician.
There are so many teachers that can improve a student's view of education, but it takes a very special teacher to be able to connect with the mind of a student and improve so many different aspects of their life. I've been blessed to have many teachers who I know truly care about each and every one of their students, but this teacher was capable of taking it to a whole different level. I had this teacher when we first had to be virtual in our junior year, but in the midst of all the changes that we had to experience, this teacher helped us push through to the end of the year and is always checking in with us to make sure we were doing okay. All throughout the year, he was able to take a class that many would find uninteresting and found ways to have us be focused. This is also a class that I really wanted to do well in, and so having someone who is great at teaching the material made it all the more better. Even when he had to be gone for a month because of his health, he always let his students know how ready he was to be back to be able to see all of us again. He truly is able to connect with all of his students, and he is one of the most selfless teachers I have ever had. When we had to move to virtual at the end of our junior year, he would message us to make sure everything was going well in our lives. He made adjusting to the changes that year brought much easier. It was nice to have a teacher who really cared about us actually learning the material, but who also always made it a top priority to make sure that his students were doing well. This teacher made a fairly intimidating class become one of the classes I was looking forward to going to every day. I am very lucky that I was able to have this teacher, even with the time being cut short. This person has had a tremendous impact on my life, and I think that everyone who has ever had him should feel very lucky to have had such an amazing teacher. This teacher is Mr. Porter.
Hannah Tanis is currently ranked number 4 with a GPA of 13.0189. She is the daughter of Heather and Doug Tanis. Hannah has participated in the band department in many areas: marching band, wind ensemble, indoor percussion, jazz express, jazz ensemble, and pep band. She is also a member of the English academic team, National Beta Club, and National Honor Society. Hannah has been accepted to Knox College in Galesburg, Illinois, where she will study creative writing. Hannah would like to become a published author.
There's a running joke on the internet about students bonding with their English teachers. I have been an excellent representation of that joke. In 10th grade, I had my favorite English teacher, Ms. Douglas, who I am honoring today. My first impression of her was of a funny, capable teacher with interesting classroom decor. 3 years later, my impression of who she is remains the same, but I now know that the doll head pencil sharpener was a gift from a student and not just something she came up with herself. I had Ms. Douglas for 10th grade honors English, and then in 11th grade, I was an assistant to her the whole year. This past semester, I had her for creative writing, and this final semester, I am an assistant again. Since 10th grade, I have also done English academic team, which she coaches. I have spent many hours in her classroom. I actually almost passed out once sophomore year, but I was fine. I've worked on group projects and laughed at jokes and discussed literature and written poetry. I am glad to have spent so much time in her classroom. It's probably the room of the school that I've been in the most, other than the band room. Through all these years, Ms. Douglas has been a wonderful teacher and mentor. She has supported me in my writing aspirations, encouraging me to take our school's creative writing class as an elective. She has made me laugh, and oftentimes after academic team meetings, the two of us would simply chat for a while. When I asked her to write me a letter of recommendation for my college application, she immediately said yes. She has had an enormous impact on my analytical and writing abilities, and I would not be the same person I am today if I had not had her as my teacher. Unfortunately, she was not able to attend tonight because she had knee surgery last week, but I wanted to say thank you to her anyway.
Evelyn Gerard is currently ranked number 3 with a GPA of 13.1111. She is the daughter of Brennan and Christine Gerard. Evelyn has been a member of the Pendleton Players and inducted into the International Thespian Honor Society, FFCLA, Spanish Club, Arabian Allies, SAD, and the High Ability Board-Based Planning Committee. Evelyn is active in her church youth group and enjoys making models, painting, and participates in outdoor activities like ultimate frisbee and hiking. She plans to attend Purdue University to earn her bachelor's degree in interior design. Evelyn hopes to become a licensed interior designer and would like to one day work on an HGTV show.
The
There's a Japanese proverb that says, "Better than 1,000 days of diligent study is one day with a great teacher." The great teacher that I have chosen to honor is paramount to me because of the memories we shared, the impactful teaching they used, and their genuine compassion for their students. First and foremost, the time that I spent in their class gave me some of the best memories I've ever experienced during my schooling. From the cow apron to the spelling words and shaving cream, even the little things left an impact. We tie-dyed shirts together as a class for the Conner Prairie field trip and had a Harry Potter book club. We had one of the first ever wax museums at the elementary school. We had track and field day where I never thought a teacher deserved to win more. We even met and interacted with Indiana Supreme Court Justice Stephen David from the Constitution Day contest of 2011. And to top it all off, we won the new desk competition. We made raps, music videos, books with illustrations. We pulled out all of the stops. That was definitely one of my fondest memories from elementary school. Another aspect about this teacher that stood out to me is how they gave me an appreciation of their teaching after I moved on to the following grades. They came in with a positive attitude every day. They were always smiling. This is something that I took for granted until I came upon some teachers that were quite the opposite. They also encouraged creativity and compassion, which are great attributes to develop as a kid, while so many teachers focus solely on tests and books. This teacher respected us even though we were little kids. They wanted our opinion and didn't talk down to us like we didn't know anything. They didn't think that youth should be a factor in respect and consideration. Finally, this teacher was one of the few who I knew cared about me after I left their class. Too many teachers that I've had have an attitude of relief that the students have moved on, and only a few wish us good luck on our futures and truly want us to succeed. We have a tradition at the elementary school where the 6th graders walk around the halls on the last day of school while everyone else is in the hallway waving goodbye. Seeing this teacher that day, even though it was 2 years since I had been in their class, made the tears well up. When someone makes such a great impact on your life, you aren't likely to forget it anytime soon. This is why I have decided to honor Mr. Nicholas Flowers. I was blessed to have him as a teacher for both my 3rd and 4th grade years. Those 2 years of memories and experiences changed him from a new teacher into an old friend. Thank you so much for all that you have done.
Megan Van Asdel is currently ranked number 2 with a GPA of 13.1158. She is the daughter of Jennifer Seal and James Van Asdel. Megan has participated in the FFA leadership team and the horse judging team. She enjoys being part of high-level equestrian sports, 4-H, volunteering at Fall Creek Christian Church, has a special interest in biotechnology and research. She plans to attend University of California, Davis to earn her PhD in biomedical engineering. Megan would like to work in a major research institute or continue her education in veterinary school and work in veterinary research. Ladies and gentlemen, Megan.
Do you know how smart I think you are? I never said anything at the time, as is my usual, but those 9 words meant the world to me. Without those 9 words, I would have given up a long time ago. I most definitely would not be standing here today in the top 10% of my class. Every time I thought about taking the easy way out, those 9 words floated through the back of my mind. I even remember my exact surroundings when you said those 9 words. I remember the exact assignment I was doing. Those 9 simple words have stuck with me for the past 6 years and will for the rest of my life. Those 9 words are the reason I'm writing this letter. Those 9 words are the reason I'm at the top of my class. Those 9 words are the reason I will be attending an elite university. I could have taken the easy route so many times, but because of those 9 words, I chose not to, and I will continue to choose the best path for me and my impact on the world, no matter how difficult it may be. With just 9 words, you have pushed me to become the best version of myself and strive for the greatness you saw in me all those years ago. You believed in me, and with 9 words, lit a fire in me like none other. With the most meaning possible in these words, thank you, Mrs. Guston.
Currently ranked number 1 in the class of 2021 with a GPA of 13.2041 is Neil Brown. Neil is the son of Brian and Angie Brown. Neil has participated in Quiz Bowl, Social Studies Academic Team, National Beta Club, National Honor Society, French Club, and National French Honor Society. He has also participated in the Pendleton Emergency Ambulatory Rookie Program. Neil plans to attend DePaul University with the intentions of becoming a neurologist. Ladies and gentlemen, Neil Brown.
I've been very fortunate with my teachers throughout the years. Almost every single one of them has been great, and even the worst of them still taught me all the information I needed. I wish I could thank each and every one of them, but I've narrowed it down to one. This teacher was one of a few to make class truly interesting. He made jokes that applied to lessons and actually helped me remember the material well. He helped me get into groups such as Beta Club and the Social Studies Academic Team, which then inspired me to join more groups and strive to be more involved with the school. Most of all, he was the first teacher to be respectful to me as an adult. I had him when I was a sophomore, which many, both teacher and student alike, see as kids. We had been treated as kids our whole lives at this point, and many of us were tired of it. He treated us still as kids, but unlike any of the other teachers at the time, he respected us, even if it was just a little bit. It was a refreshing experience and made me start to respect myself and finally take some responsibility in my life. Overall, my life improved that year for many reasons, but one of the driving factors was the respect I felt from my AP European History teacher, Mr. Webster. Thank you for everything that you've helped me with.
Congratulations.
As you have witnessed tonight, the members of this year's Top 10% truly are an incredible group of students who I'm sure will touch tomorrow's future in some way as their honored guests have touched their lives. I hope the challenges that lie ahead of them will be conquered with the same diligence as they have conquered the tasks that South Madison schools have put before them. I believe the world needs people like them more than they need the world. I hope that they share their gifts as they move to the next phase of their life. Please give a round of applause for those outstanding students and their incredible ambitions. Tonight's speeches that the top 10% represent some of the best staff members that South Madison Community Schools have to offer. And as many of you heard, they had a hard time selecting just one. Those recognized tonight represent individuals who represent the art of teaching and how teaching at times goes beyond the academic curriculum and leaves a lasting impression. Honored guests, thank you for all you do. Please give our honored guests a round of applause for all their hard work and dedication. On behalf of the South Madison Community School Corporation, I would like to congratulate all the members of the top 10%, their honored guests, and their families. Thank you for coming, and have a safe trip home. Thank you.